Mm-hmm. I clicked start a little too soon. Isabel, you hush. And also, I apologize. That is a crappy way to start this. More of a very loud way to start this, but whatever. Welcome back to a game about digging a hole. Where, surprisingly, we're doing lots of stuff here. What the hell? Inventory full. I'm getting lots of money now. Actually, you should kind of a little over here. Ooh. Alrighty. I tried to hit E. I am getting more and more sleepy. So I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure there was several things I was talking about in the last video that I never finished. I'm starting to think back. I'm like, wait a damn second. Almost everything I said in the last video, I interrupted myself with stupid stuff. It's fine. I don't really know about that. Digging and partially digging beneath my neighbor's yard because that's a thing. Hey, you're not allowed. Inventory full and battery low. Boop. $120. Hell yeah. And I got inventory up. Inventory is full. $33. I thought it said battery low. I wasn't actually paying attention. Darn. This dirt makes some interesting shapes. It's like a more round version of Minecraft logic. Everything just wants to float in the air. Inventory is full again. $100. Technically, I could upgrade my jetpack, but I haven't really needed to use it, so... Well, actually, I haven't had to use it at all. The few times I have used it were accidental, just by jumping. But... Excuse me. That you are an infinite digging dirt block. Dirt blob. Yeah, not long enough, it's fine. I want to get lower in here so I can see how far into my neighbor's yard I can dig. Pretty far, actually. I'm digging underneath my neighbor's bushes. Look at this terrifyingly beautiful plate. It's gorgeous. Looks much better than it did with the grass, obviously. Come on. There, okay, let's go back over here. Where the hell are we putting all of this dirt? We know we're selling the ores online, but I'm not getting anything for the dirt. Which is kind of fair, because it's probably not super... Well, maybe it is super fertile. Maybe that's it. Where, blah, 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 blah. Words work, please. Please, I beg you, words work. I want to be able to speak. Can I find anything in this? does not seem like I can find anything in my Nether Shark that's worthwhile. No wonder I'm not digging in one of my neighbor's yards. Their yards have actually nothing. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Battery is not low enough. Okay. Inventory full. That one is a problem. And there's there we go. There's another one right here. All of the things. Jesus. Do. 155. I need 300 for my next cool upgrade. Jetpacks are cool, but if I don't actually need to use the jetpack, then they're not really as cool as they could be. No. Bad jetpack. Goodness. I'm making a mess. Breaking things. It's fine. No, why? Okay. Waldo is judging me. So apparently I'm doing bad. I might be a little crazy. Just little. That wasn't entirely a joke, so I have a oh, I haven't noticed though. I posted a short about it, but I never actually put an explanation. So I went to the carnival. This was a bit ago. It's already left town and all that. Anyway, so I went to the carnival, and at one of the, like, basically pay to win. Hey, give us $5 and you can get a prize. Little things for kids. Specifically little pick up the duck. I found Waldo! Just a little plushie of Waldo. And I now have a Waldo plushie. And I'm debating between making a series or not of just short little clips or shorts of just little sections of like the yard or my bed or whatever. And you have to find Waldo. The video I posted might make people nauseous actually, because we were on Dizzy Dogs. So it's literally just spin yourself around and to see if Waldo would fall over. Surprisingly, he held on pretty well. He didn't fall off for a good while. You're at $200. Why are you blinking at me? Used to destroy rocks and lava rocks. Are lava rocks not rocks? You can't destroy the white rocks. Okay. Lambs can't be picked up again once placed. Okay, well, I don't need a lamp. It's daytime 24/7, so, I mean... That or somehow I'm doing all of this in the time it actually takes me to do it all. I don't know how day-night cycles work in whenever you dig in a hole, but I don't know, I've never dug a hole like this. I have dug a hole before, though. Not like this. Okay, this is a weird story. Some people might find it goofy, I don't know. Anyway, I used to have this friend, Hazel. Well, she attempted to get back in contact with me, but yeah. She wasn't really that good with friends. But let's put it as that, but also at the time we were kids, and she already knew a lot of other people. And I was clearly you just live across the street and you're easy to play with, so you're there, and that's why we're friends. I don't think she ever really liked me. Anyway, depressing stuff aside, I moved away, and then, like, not years later, when we were still trying to kind of keep in contact, stay friends, more of, my mom had her mom's phone number. So a few times they came over, and then we're just like, let's not have that happen anymore. In the backyard, there was this hill, so essentially we moved into the downstairs apartment with a family friend, and according to him, like, he had lived there for years and years and years and years. He used to have a doghouse out there, and his dog would literally just, like, run around the doghouse, and it dug down into a decent part of the yard, and the rest of the yard moved upwards, so essentially the doghouse slowly lifted and it made a hill in the backyard. Not like a huge hill or anything. I guess it depends on your perspective. It was probably, like, from... you could probably put, like, both of these together on it, and that would be, like, the top of the hill. But it was, like, 4 inches high. It wasn't this massive thing. For us, it was. We were kids, so it was this huge thing. We got to pretend it was a mountain and all the good stuffs, and I am impressed that I saw that. So we would go out there and we would make, like, mud pies. We would, I, for some reason, wanted to see how far I could dig in this just little hill area. So a few times we were actually given, like, full-on shovels, and it's basically, hey, go have fun. Go play in the yard. Go dig up the yard, have fun. And one time we actually dug a square hole. And for some reason, us kids thought it would be a grand idea to pretend we were digging a grave. I don't know whose idea it was, but one of us thought, let's pretend we're grave diggers. So we did. We sat there and we were digging this massive hole. We had like one person who was the boss, and it's like, why isn't this hole deep enough? We were weird children. I have always been weird. Can I dig that? No. Okay. Oh, I have a funny story. So, I actually have a video somewhere on my channel about this, but I'm gonna tell it again here. I have it titled Snap, or something goofy like that. Most of my video titles I don't put a lot of thought into. And then the other half of them that I put any amount of thought into, I'll look back and I'm like, that is so fucking stupid. Anyway, I don't actually know what it was. It was just this, like, rubber, stretchy rope thingy. It wasn't like it wasn't like the ones with the hooks that you use to tie things down. It was literally just like stretchy, super stretchy rubber rope thing. And so Hazel's dad, I don't even remember his name at the moment, actually. I want to say Chris, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Anyway, he had like this weird rubber rope thing, and he wanted to see how far it stretched. And so he had me and Hazel grab one end, and we like walked all the way across the road, and he held the other end. And we just went as far as we could across the road. We, at the time, lived in a trailer park, so there wasn't, like, traffic or anything. Nothing was, like, we weren't in anyone's way. But, he told us, he's like, okay, good enough. And he told us to let go. He did not clarify that he wanted just one of us to let go. He didn't clarify who he wanted to let go or anything like that. He just said, let go. And he probably, at the time, thought it was done intentional, but it wasn't. Both of us simultaneously looked at each other and let go. And of course it snapped back and hit him right in the balls. It wasn't intentional at all, but it was literally just like, do you want to let go? Or am I letting go? Did you hear that kind of thing? At least that's what my mind was going to. And then snap. Damn it. There we go. And let's do shovel. Upgrade to drill. Next, alright. Lots of good stuff. Inventory full. There we go. I learned. I'm probably going to unlearn it in a few seconds and once again shovel something when my inventory is full. Let's see. There we go. There we go. It did not want me to go up. Ow. Kind of wish we could go into the house and see if it's as pretty on the inside as it is on the outside. Like, we do own this house. Technically, what we could have done is taken the pamphlet we found at the beginning of this. This pamphlet? The whatever. The paper we found at the beginning of all of this. And we could have been like, hey, I will split the reward with you 50-50. I just kind of want the house, but if you want to dig up my yard, I won't ask for like $1 million or anything. I just want like anything cool, like really cool that you find. So if you find like a creepy portal or something, well, that's probably not gonna move. But like, if you find some stuff you can make money off of, as long as it's not something like super wonky, I don't really care. You could dig up my yard, just like give me anything weird, and then they find like a bizarre key. I'm like, okay, this is mine now. Have fun with your coal and your iron. Oh, a diamond? I want like 3 of them. If you find any. Because if there's a diamond mine in my backyard, that means I don't have to get any diamonds. I don't know. You could do important stuff with diamonds. It rings, jewelry. For me, it would be like, hey, if you find any emeralds, I would like them, but aside from that, you're good, have fun. And that's because my mom... Oh! Much appreciated! Thank you, doorway! Wait, that was only 30 minutes worth of work? Damn! Like, look at the monster we are creating here. Can I find anything in my neighbor's yard now? With the super shovel. I didn't even finish my thought originally. I would go with, like, if you find any emeralds, because it's my birthstone. I was born May 28th. So I am a Emerald Gemini. I don't know why my mom kept, like, records of that. My oldest sister really doesn't like her birthstone. It's like sapphire or something like that. She really doesn't like that, and I don't understand why, because she always liked blue for the longest time. But for some reason, her birthstone, she just absolutely despises it. And I know that, not because she did tell me, but it was kind of what happened of, she got me, I make, like, necklaces and bracelets and stuff. Mostly keychains. I've made a lot of keychains. I literally have a container with, like, almost 70 keychains. I've made a lot of them. I need to start figuring out what to do with them. But, she had gotten me a bunch of, like, charms to make bracelets and stuff with. And among them was, like, little charms for, like, Scorpio, Cancer, both the words and the actual, like, star signs. And so I was gonna make a bunch of necklaces for, like, everyone's star signs. Because I figured, oh, that'd be cute. And my idea was, since these are, like, little charms, was to use tiny beads, and I would just go with the colors of, like, the birthstones. Or, like, the two most common birthstones, because a lot of that stuff has, like, 20 things attached to it. And so I was, like, looking it up, and I asked Kathy, and said, hey, do you happen to know what your sign is? Because the only reason I even know mine is because Mom's is in the same month. I cannot for the life of me actually remember what that is. I want to say it's Sagittarius, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Hers is early... No. Hers is, like, June. I can't remember months at all right now. I am not doing good. I am the type of person who... I can already tell that at some point I will forget my birthday, and it'll be like 2 weeks later. I'm like, oh, holy shit, wait, my birthday already? When the hell did that one happen? I cannot keep track of time to save my. It is like, if I want to be up or do something at a specific time, I have to watch the clock, or I have to, like, have like 5 alarms. It's there we go. $50 more. my mom for ages. Since we're both in May, she assumed that I was a Taurus, like her, but it turns out I'm a Gemini like my grandpa. So the timing is very weird for my birthday, and that was a little kind of bittersweet because my mom's was the 16th. I always want to say the 15th for some reason. And mine, 28th of May. So there was a goofy story, actually. So my dad tells me this story like all the freaking time. Apparently when I was born, they were out camping for Memorial Day weekend. And my dad, he had never had kids before, so he was like reading baby books and whatnot, and it essentially comes down to everyone is different. So for the most part, do your best and don't be an ass, kind of thing. Of course, probably more proper and nice, polite terms, but that's what it really comes down to. So, they were out camping for Memorial Day weekend, and Dad had gone out Doge. I accidentally gave my dad a nickname. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I'll get to that explanation and chaos in a little bit. But, he went out to get fireworks, and he comes out, and, he said apparently in the baby books he did read that, ladies, when, like, it's time to give birth can be very, very odd. So he comes out, and, like, comes back, and everything is cleaned, like she scrubbed out the tent, and the clean clothes and dirty clothes were all folded, like everything was picked up, everything was clean, and I was like, we need to, we're heading home now. And he's like, okay, sure. And then like 2 in the morning the next day I was born. My dad, he scares the shit out of people when he's driving in the woods. So he has he has a habit of when he's on a ledge, he will drive very close to the ledges to like look over. Not like, well, like, I guess it depends on your perspective of dangerous. It's not enough where we're gonna roll over the like edge of this cliff or anything like that. But he will get close, maybe with like a few inches leeway between the car and the other side of the cliff. And there's this one area where every time we're out in the woods, he'll drive over it. It's this kind of steep cliff at first, and then it kind of curves into like a bowl. And so he will go right to the edge of there, and he always tells the story that he flipped his truck there. So that's an example of the type of person my dad is. He's an interesting cookie. But it probably gives us an idea of why I am so weird. And then on top of that, the trauma. Don't forget the trauma. I have very bizarre, like, life. And it's even more bizarre because, like, I could tell you what happened, but there's a lot of it I don't really remember, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's an age thing, maybe it's other things, and then in between there's a few, like, happy-go-lucky, goofy things. Okay. I am gonna stop it here, and then I'm probably just gonna record another video immediately right after. Right now I'm recording like 8 videos, so I can... My throat is very unhappy. I'm recording like 8, maybe like 10 videos. We'll see. Currently I'm on number 2, because I already uploaded the first episode of this today. Well, maybe today. Ooh, there goes my mouse. Where's my phone? There it is. Yes, it's only 8 o'clock. Like I said, my sense of time does not exist. My brain can only tell day, night. I couldn't tell you exactly when. I could tell you roughly noon, because the sun is at a specific point by then. But that's the best I got. So I'm on number 2 because I uploaded the first episode of this today. Then I recorded a scary one, and I'm debating right now. Probably gonna do one more video of this. Probably don't care, but just in case anyone's curious about my shenanigans. Probably gonna record one more video of this, and then I have a few other free horror games that I have found on Steam. One of them is still downloading, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope you have a lovely day, and farewell.